Hari Om. So, I'm going to begin a new series of comparative religions. And I shall start with Hinduism versus Christianity. I shall give in two languages. One is the English language, and one other is for the Tamil language, in Tamil. So, there are now lots of YouTube messages viral in social medias about which is great religion, people converting, and Hinduism and Christianity and Islam, and these conversions taking place that have took place, and which is superior and all. But I would like to analyze it impartially. Hinduism versus the other religions, comparative religions. So I am taking first with Hinduism versus Christianity. Now, anything in modern world, especially with the younger generations, science comes into the foreplay. Everything has to be believed through science is the expectation of the younger generation, right? So I am going to prove about Hinduism, the advantages in Hinduism and how perfectly it fits into science. Let us see that. And then I shall compare it with Christianity, in the Bible, basically. Yes. Now, one has to understand the basic physical laws in science accepted by Dr. Einstein and his other accepted scientists, which is a tenet today. Now I'll go into these aspects. One is called Bell's theorem of inequality. Now we should know this before we go further. What is Bell's theorem of inequality in common understanding parlance is, suppose from an energy source, say a candle, I take a pair of electrons, one I hold it and one I throw it away. Electrons travel almost at the speed of light. The light is 300,000 kilometers per second, and electrons may be about 5 to 10 kilometers less than that, say 299,958 or whatever it is, somewhere near to light. They travel very fast. So imagine a pair of electrons, I take it from a same energy source, that is the candle. One I hold it, the other I throw and it goes, and after 5 seconds should have gone at the rate of 300,000 kilometers per second or 186,000 miles per second, would have gone far, far, far away, almost at the speed of photons. For common understanding, let us take like that. So suppose after 10 seconds, if I do a measurement here of this electron, I measure it. Suppose this is spinning clockwise. The electron which has come from the same pair understands it, which is several billions of miles away, and it is affected by the measurement here. If it goes clockwise, say it will go anti-clockwise. That means from the same source of energy, if I take two electrons, the measurement of one, says Ian Bell, affects the measurement of the other. That means they are interrelated, they are connected. Even at the quantum level, what is electron? Electron is, in an atom you have the nucleus, which is protons, neutrons inside the nucleus, and the electrons go around that. It is an negative charge, and protons are positive charge, and neutrons are no charge, okay, nil charge. This is a basic understanding in an atom. These are all subatomic particles, we don't know. You cannot see, simply it is very difficult, but in the lab they have measured and come to the finding. The measurement of one electron affects the measurement of the other electron irrespective of the vast distance. That means everything is interconnected, they know each other. Bear this in mind. I'm going to have this as a firm footing. In Hinduism, it's the same thing. The next is, there is something called the double slit experiment, which you should know. In the double slit experiment, what it means is, the atoms, say for example the electrons, if observed, behaves in a particular manner, and if not observed, behaves like a wave function. That is, you shoot electrons through an electronic shotgun, take a gun, say load it with electrons, and through a hole, if you start shooting, and if you see those shootings, at the back side of that, there is a screen at the back side to capture the images. Suppose you throw a dirty tennis ball on a white wall, the round image is formed, right, when you see that. When these electrons are shot through, say for example, a tower, a long slit, two slits are there, and they are shot through that, Exactly, double tower is formed on the back side of the screen. It's normal. Okay, fine. Because you are shooting like that, tuck, 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 the formation, the image is captured on the back side of the screen. But if you turn your head and shoot the same gun, the same two double slits, everything same, and if you shoot, but without seeing your shooting, you turn your head that side and then shoot, and then when you see, it is not formed like a two tower type, it is formed like a wave. Everywhere on the back screen, the electrons are scattered. Same shotgun, you are sitting there, same room, same double slit holes, double holes, same like a bar, imagine, and through those holes, without seeing your shooting, or put an automatic gun. Okay, your hand may go shake. You put an automatic gun, automatic, fix it, and then you sit and see what's happening. The shootings are going through those two slits, two holes, a bar type, a tower type. And then when you see on the back screen, the same image of the tower is formed there. Okay. The same automatic shotgun, shooting gun, electronic shooting gun, same room, same time, same everything, same. But you just don't see and turn your head and it starts shooting. Then when you see that, after shooting stops and you see the screen on the back side, that's called the measurement screen, it will be like a wave. That is, the electrons behave like a particle when observed and behaves like a wave when not observed. This is Maya, this is illusion. The same electron. That's what we are coming to Hinduism and Buddhism, whatever it is. I'm going to substantiate, but put in your mind these experiments. The quantum erasure experiment, if you go to YouTube and see Tom Campbell's quantum erasure, same. They take 102 big covers, big envelopes, 102 very big envelopes. Inside those big covers, there are two small covers, two small envelopes. One is the data screen and one is the measurement envelope. One is the data envelope. They take 102. And what they do, you start shooting and then one is the data and one is the measurement. And you put these two envelopes in a cover on a big envelope. These two covers, small, you can say small envelopes, you put it in a very big cover, these two. Likewise, 102 big covers are taken and each cover has two small envelopes. One, the shooting data, the electrons going through the slits, and the other is the measurement data, backside, how the formation of electrons takes place. That's called measurement. So each big cover has two small envelopes. There are 101. Okay. Now what you do, you take the first one, first big cover, open the cover. Now inside there are two envelopes. One is the data, one is the measurement. You open the data envelope and you see all the electrons have gone through. It has recorded. You take the second envelope inside the big cover, that's called the measurement, and when you open, yes, as you expected, through the two double slits, double holes, exactly a bar type, a tower type formation is there. Okay, that's what you expected. Okay, then you throw the cover away. You take the 102nd, the last cover, again you open, and the same thing you find. Two envelopes are there inside the big cover. In the first envelope, all the data has been recorded. In the second, all the data has been measured and they are bar type. Fine. So 101st, 102nd. The first and the 102nd. So now there are 100 covers only, big covers left with you. You shuffle those big covers like a pack of cards. Shuffle it nicely. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. Put the 9th on the top, 10th, 11th. Nicely like a pack of cards. You just shuffle it nicely. Those big 100 covers. And now what you do? 50 of them, count it, put it on the left hand side. And the balance 50 you have, you put it on the right hand side. Let it be there. On the left hand side, 50 is there. So open one cover after the other cover. So first you open the first cover, open it. There are two envelopes. And the first one, envelope you open, yes, all the data has gone through, you are sure. And then the second envelope you open, yes, exactly the bar type, the tower type formation is there, correct. One by one you check. All had the same thing. All the data has gone through and all the data has been recorded. And all the data that has gone through when observed when opening the second envelope inside the big cover all had tower type formation. So that left hand side is like that. Okay, put it down. Now on the right hand side you take that 50 covers. Now what you do, you open every cover one by one and don't open the data of the shot, the screen, the data cover where you have shot, you don't open, you don't see it. You just take that 50 envelopes of the data that has gone through that. Don't open it. You do not know what has happened inside. Simply tear it away, burn it and put it off. You have not opened at all. Nicely put in your mind. You have not opened at all. And then you have the second set of envelopes called the measurement screen, measurement data. The first 50 we saw everything correctly like bar type. But in the second set of 50 covers, the first envelope sets of 50 you have not opened at all. You do not know whether the data has gone through or not. Whatever it is, you do not know. You just simply tear it, burn it, put it inside the water. Whatever you want, you do it. But then the second envelope sets, which contains the measurement data, if you open it, you will find that the electrons have a wave formation and not a bar formation. Very clear, it proves that on observation the electrons behave like particle, and while not observing the electron behaves like waves. Now put this in mind. Because every cover you have shuffled, every data, 101st one and the 102nd one you have seen, data has gone through, you have shuffled everything like a pack of cards at random on your own wish. Then 50 left, 50 right. You are opening the data screens and then you find the measurement screen exactly the bar type as you wanted, correct. But here the second set pile of 50 covers, you have not opened the data cover. You do not know what has happened, but we have shuffled. No hanky-panky. But the second set of 50 envelopes, when you start opening and see the measurement, everything is wave. That means on observation, the electron behaves like a particle, and on non-observation, when you don't see it, behaves like a wave. So everything is illusion. What you see is illusion. You see the sun, that sun does not exist when you are not seeing it. It is an illusion when you see. The illusion is caused by your physical senses, the 5 pancha indriyas. Well, I will come to that, explain. You have to know all these signs very clearly. The one is the Bell's inequality theorem, where the measurement of one electron affects the measurement of its pair, irrespective of the vast distance, billions and billions of miles away. And the second experiment is the double slit or the quantum erasure experiment, where the electron behaves like a particle on observation and behaves like a wave while not being observed. The third experiment which I want to relay is what is known as Steve Vack's experiment, biological experiment. For example, he takes a cell from my body right now, takes it away, goes to 30 miles away and then cultures it in a disc. And then what happens? He takes the EEG, electroencephalogram. He again pulls my cell out, takes the EEG. EEG, you know, is something like ECG, electrocardiogram. You see our heart, how it goes on a graph sheet, all these curves, and the doctors say your heart is beating well, your heart is not beating well, or whatever it is. EEG is an electroencephalogram, the current of our cell, the electric output of our body cell. He takes it right here from my body and measures and graphs it. Simultaneously, EEG is done on my cell, which is 30 miles away, cultured. And when compared, both are same. Both my cell here and my cell 30 miles away produce the same electrical output. That's a fundamental thing, energy. What does it mean? There is a connectivity. There is a connectivity, and the second point is matter cannot be created or destroyed. Einstein's physics, which I have already told you and which we all know, Antonio Lavoisier's experiment, it only changes its form. Higgs boson, Higgs found out that when the boson comes out, it only changes its form. Dies means it changes its form. It doesn't die totally. It cannot. Matter cannot be created or destroyed. Created means at the time of Big Bang, whatever was created, that's all. Matter over. There is no creation, further creation. And they don't die. They die means then everything dies means there will be nothing. They only change the form. From one proton, some goes to become electron, some go to become that and this and this. They change various atomic formulations. They change the form. They cannot create or die. These are the fundamental areas where I am going to believe, where I am going to very clearly prove what Hinduism says. Now, coming into the aspect of the matter cannot be created or destroyed. The measurement of one electron affects the measurement of other is very, very true in Hinduism. In every place we say there is no judgment day. Because one man is born like a prince, one man is born like a pauper, one man is healthy, one man is diseased, one man has eyes to see, one man is born blind. And you cannot judge after his death, sitting on the heaven with 12 thrones, you go to heaven, you go to hell. God does not do that. It is silly. God is impartial. God is pure love. God is bliss. Anandam Brahme iti vyajanat. Anandadhyaiva kalvimani bhutani jayante. Anandena jathani jivanti. Anandam prayamsa abhivisham vishanti iti tatu vijnaya. Having known that, Anandam, bliss, beautiful says the Vedas. You cannot be judged or punished after you are not in charge of producing your own body. Who is that person who decides and puts you to reward or puts you to punishment, makes you to suffer? Who is that person? That person is not God if he does that. He is total love. God is total bliss. That is what Hinduism says, and it is 15 minutes over. So the more of it I will continue verse by verse from Bhagavad Gita to Vedas, comparing it with the Bible, and then we shall see which is more apt in modern conditions. Till such time, Bhuyat Tavat Shubhamangalam. Thank you.